Are you feeling Maddie?
We're feeling good, J. Ron. How you feeling? Another year
Another year around the
older.
sun. Thank God. I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling good.
Feeling like an unk a little bit.
Oh man, yeah. It's bad. It's bad, bro. I can't wait till I get to see y'all age. I'm gonna troll the shit out of y'all.
Wait, unk age? When we're in that unk age, where are you gonna be at?
Yo,
Even
bro, yeah,
unker.
yo, bro. I'm gonna be just,
Grandpa?
I'm gonna be waddling over to y'all, just limping over to y'all onto the field.
Bro, it was funny because I was trolling my brother-in-law Reyes because he was like, "Hey, bro, like when y'all gonna play football again?" I'm like, "Hey, bro, we waiting on you. We had a whole turkey bowl without you." He was like, "How did I go?" He was like, "We all did good." He's like, maybe I gotta get the shoulder ready." I'm like, "Bro, you're not even 40 yet. Chill out, bro. Chill." Are we ready,
Yeah,
Jay?
yeah, we good, bro. We live.
All right, boys. We are here in the first podcast of 2026.
Yes,
Wow.
sir.
16th podcast we've done, guys. New year, new beginnings. Big year for sports. We're gonna get to it all. But first, we gotta shout out J Rod. Give him a happy birthday, of course. The big 2-8.
Appreciate that. Yeah, I couldn't think of who's like the most popular 28 in sports. I couldn't think of one. The only person that kept popping in my head was Jonathan Taylor, but like I can't think of anyone else.
I know
uh,
number 28, and it means that the Yankees will win number 28 this year
Oh,
before J
oh,
Rod. That's
that
exactly what
I'll
it means.
take that. I'll take that.
that was a great one. That was a great one.
I don't know if it's gonna be possible, but I'll definitely take it for sure.
All right, boys, let's get into it. NFL playoffs start this weekend. The team that is not going to be in those playoffs, the Baltimore Ravens, missing the playoffs for the first time since the 2021 season on a loss to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Uh, and they took action quickly. They fired John Harbaugh after 18 years with the team. Super Bowl in 2012. J Rod, you were alive and well now for John Harbaugh's first season in 2008. You were there. You saw it all. Was this the right move for the Ravens to make? And what's next for them and for John Harbaugh?
So I think that so I was going back and forth from this. Obviously, this just broke a little while ago. So I've got my head wrapped around this right now. Um, John Harbaugh is obviously a great coach for the Ravens, winning a Super Bowl there with Joe Flacco, and kind of I was overhearing some sports talk talking about it, how he actually helped develop Lamar, and I actually agree with that. Like Lamar kind of going from this quarterback who was told he should be a wide receiver, taking him number 30. I'm not saying it was him alone that made the decision, but the fact that he was believed in him and actually made him a decent pocket passer. Whether Matt agrees if he's a playoff caliber passer, he did improve. I think even Matt will agree with that. He did improve over time. So I think Harbaugh deserves a little bit of credit for that. Um, I'm gonna say it was the correct move. I think it had to be done because sometimes when you have a coach that's there for so long, his message starts falling on deaf ears, and you want to have a different voice. The only hesitation I have is that letting go of a known, proven Super Bowl winning coach hasn't proved great for teams. The only team that I can think of that actually had success in recent years after letting go of a Super Bowl head coach was the Eagles when they got Sirianni after letting go of Doug Peterson. Now you can say that about the Patriots as well, but Mike Vrabel was kind of already established in Tennessee, so he was already a good head coach coming into a good situation. And again, he hasn't proved he can get to the big game yet. So I just think the Ravens are going to struggle to find that head coach, but I do think there was a new voice that had to be in there. And for John Harbaugh, where should he go next? There's a big vacancy in the Big Apple, and I think he would be perfect to develop the young Jackson Dart and set a new healthy culture in the Giants locker room. So I would love for him to come to New York. Maybe he might want to take a year off, who knows, but yeah, John, come to the Giants, baby. We would love to have you.
Yeah, it's tough. Like you said, J Rod, hiring a coach after being there so many years as a Super Bowl guy. He's won the big game, but I think it was time. Just because there comes a time with all these coaches that are there for a while where you just need a new voice, and I think Lamar specifically needed a new voice in the locker room. So that's where I stand with that. As far as where do the Ravens go from here, I don't know, because on the one hand, if they want to go with a guy like Brian Flores, who I think Lamar would love, can do that. Their defense struggled this year. He's a defensive guy. But I think they should honestly go with somebody on the offensive side. Whether that be Raf Sky, Cliff Kingsbury, something like that. Just because Lamar had a pretty bad year for his standards. And whether you account that to injury or not, he had a bad year. His rushing yards were the lowest it's ever been by a lot.
Yep.
I don't know if that's, like I said, just from injury or if that's going to be a trend now. He turns 30 tomorrow. Is that going to be a trend now as for the rest of his career or not? So if that is, does he have to reinvent himself a little bit? And maybe he needs a new offensive coach to see him and be like, well, this has to change. Or you bring in Brian Flores, who, Lamar will listen to, and he'll take care of the defensive side of the ball and let Lamar do what he does on offense and see where that goes. As far as Harbaugh, like you said, J-Rod, the Giants, that's a great fit. I love to see him on my Jets, but the Jets are losers who want to have these two clowns over there. And Aaron Glenn is going to be back, and the GM's going to be back, and like nothing. So, but yeah, I think the Giants are a great fit. Jackson Dart's already there. He showed what he can do a little bit. I think that's a great fit for him.
No, I definitely agree. Let's start with John Harbaugh going to the Giants. It feels like it's match made in heaven. I know that Giants fans will love that. Jay's over here smiling very, very, very much. But of course, that situation with Baltimore, I feel like Matthew hit it on the spot. It just feels like something needed to happen. A change was inevitable, whether it's Lamar at quarterback or was it Harbaugh at a coach. And it's funny because let's say the kicker makes that field goal, right, and they win. Is it Mike Tomlin getting the boot? What is he getting the boot right now? And it's Harbaugh trying to get some wins in the playoffs, trying to, maybe convince the front office that he still can coach the team. But I definitely agree with what Matthew said, that it's very concerning that Lamar has very much, I think he had 300 rushing yards this season compared to his average of 900 every year. But what Matthew said about reinventing yourself, I think is something that you have to do, especially obviously now the injury that he had, I think was his ribs and his back. And those are real football injuries, especially for a runner. But in reinventing yourself is definitely the move, I feel. But I'm not mad at this move for the Ravens because I feel like we all mentioned that a change was needed. I would go Cliff Kingsbury, Matt, or obviously I would go offensive-minded coach, because they kept. I don't think they're gonna. I don't think they're going to let go of their offensive coordinator, who's still really good. But I think I would go offensive-minded coach, and then you build this whole free agency or this offseason of working on that defense. Because wow, that defense was bottom tier in this league for sure. For sure.
I wanted to. So I would, so Cliff Kingsbury is a good one. I was gonna throw out there maybe a Kevin Stefanski. I know he's coming from the Browns,
Could be.
but
That could be.
ex-coach of the year. Does have a great offensive mind. My biggest thing is like you said though, like the defensive side needs to be focused on. So like, do focus more on the defensive minded head coach for your next position? But um, getting back to what you were saying about Lamar Jackson not running as much, I don't think that's a one-off. I think that's going to become a trend. And listen, I never want to question no football player and their big moments, but there are times where I feel like Lamar Jackson does back out conveniently at certain times where it's kind of like, oh, what do you expect from him? He's injured, like that's why he didn't have a good year. Um, I think he needs to get better as a passer to be at that elite level because what makes him an elite player is his running ability. And if he doesn't have that, then he's what Matt said he is, an average quarterback. And he's not going to win a Super Bowl, especially with this team. So yeah, I don't know. I hope this is just a one off. I hope Lamar's just, really hurt and he becomes back healthy next year.
I think on Stefanski, J Rod, Stefanski's a guy that like you got to be invested in if you're Lamar. And I don't think if Lamar wasn't going to listen to Harbaugh, he's not going to listen to Stefanski. Like he is who he is, Lamar. And I think at this point, he's just like, I think that's why I think Flores is probably the better choice for them, just because that's going to be Lamar's guy and they're going to be buddy. But
I think. So Raph said it earlier because he was like, "Hey, what if the Ravens make this kick and Tomlin gets the boot?" I think Tomlin gets the boot no matter what. Unless they get to the AFC Championship game, I think Tomlin gets the boot. Is there a world where Tomlin becomes the Ravens' next head coach?
That could be. That
I mean,
I feel like this guy lives and breathes football, so even if he gets fired, he's not gonna stay at home watching.
it would be like Derek Jeter going to the Boston Red Sox, but hey, man, like who else would Lamar listen to if not Mike Tomlin? You know what I mean? So
interesting. So we'll see what happens. Who the Ravens are going after. A bunch of teams already interested in Harbaugh, including your Giants, J Rod. So we'll see what happens there.
we're gonna end up with fucking Kevin Stefanski. Watch.
I can't wait to see that notification that they have to Stefanski. Whew.
Well, speaking of Kevin Stefanski, guys, about the team that he was just coaching, the Cleveland Browns announced that they have fired Kevin Stefanski after 6 seasons there, 2-time coach of the year, 3 playoff appearances. Raph, your guy Shadur Sanders was there for the latter part of this season. Started the final, 7 games for them. Raph, your guy Shadur, what do we think of the season? What's next for him?
With me, I think I'm the of this podcast, I'm the most realist out of everyone. And what I mean by that is that some of you guys sugarcoat and some of you guys just gaslight your own selves. I feel like J-Rod, he sugarcoats some stuff. I feel like Matthew is just a gaslighter to his own. Matt's his own biggest enemy, right?
I'm as true as Venom, baby. No sugarcoat, nothing.
Listen, what I'm trying to say is that I'll go down with my ship for now. In no way did Shadur have a good showing. He had a few good games, but he had more mid games or bad games than he had good games, right? And as of right now, I feel like Shadur has it in him, but I feel that he's a backup for now. He needs to learn from a veteran quarterback that we'll have to wait and see. But for now, Why the faces, guys?
Wait, hold on. You're telling me Shador Sanders is not starting next year for the Cleveland Browns?
I don't think he's on the Cleveland Brown next year. No.
Really? You don't think you just think they just quit on him? Like they just pack him up?
I think they trade up and they get a quarterback. Yeah.
Wow. I did not think that.
Once again, I'm real. I'm real. So for now, Matthew, you can have your.
Where do you think you should sit behind a veteran? What team you think?
I wouldn't be mad for if Tomlin and Rodgers are still there next year. Maybe you go to Pittsburgh and back up Rodgers. But in my opinion, he hasn't performed to the standard of being starting quarterback. If you see the ratings and you see the efficiency, it's just he's in the bottom of the pack. But of course, Matthew knows about this. Sometimes backup quarterbacks, they get their chance and they take it from there. We know a backup quarterback, a former top Jets pick, right, Matthew?
Oof.
And he's a first seed now. Wow. Very much a first seed.
Mm-hmm.
So listen, in no way I'm here saying that I'm giving up on Shedeur Sanders. No shot will I ever give up on Shedeur Sanders. But at the end of the day, I think that he didn't perform to what I thought he could have done. And even I'm not going to give excuses. I'm not the type to give all because of this circumstance. No, he didn't have a good showing. And I definitely think that he's going to remain in the league. He's going to be a backup, and then he has to fight and earn his way up to being a starter again.
I think the Cleveland Browns franchise is awful. And I think they need to start doing things the right way in order to start taking themselves seriously. And that starts by developing a fucking quarterback. Just stick with Shedeur Sanders. Just stick with him. He had moments. He had flashes. He didn't have a full year yet. Just find a find a coach who's willing to work with Shedeur Sanders, who can communicate with him, run an offense around him, get him some real weapons, okay? Get him an O-line, and let's see where it takes him. Let's see where he goes. The problem is, and this is why I have a problem with switching head coaches and quarterbacks too fast, is that sometimes it has to develop. Look at what you just talked about, Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold's on his third team, and he has his team in the number one seed in his conference. These quarterbacks...
Not fourth team.
Robin?
Fourth.
Sam Darnold... He's not the number one seed in the NFC?
No, I'm saying that he's been on this is his fourth team.
Oh, his fourth team. Excuse me. Yeah, you're right. His fourth team. So I'm just saying, like, these quarterbacks need time to develop. They need time to be put in a correct offense. And if you keep just cycling out these quarterbacks after they don't work out for 1 year, or in this case a couple months, it's not gonna go anywhere. It's not gonna get better. It's just gonna keep getting worse. And yeah, you're right, they could trade up to get another quarterback, and what's gonna happen with that guy? He's gonna go right down the drain just like every other Cleveland Browns quarterback. You had Baker, you let him walk. The Deshaun Watson thing was awful. Stick with Shedeur. Hey, he might not work out. Next year might be atrocious, but at least you can say you gave it a fair shot. Don't give it this half-assed 3 months, and then you're like, all right, it didn't work. I'm going to try this all over again. We're going to go through this every year with the Cleveland Browns. They need to just make up their mind, settle down, get the head coach, and give Shedeur a fair shot.
I never thought that Raph would be coming out here today saying that Shedeur Sanders should be a backup next season. And I cannot agree more with that statement. Maybe not just a backup, maybe a third string like he was to start.
Now you see, you go low, and then you try to go lower. This is what I'm talking about, man.
Low, he goes to the basement.
Oh my God.
Shedeur Sanders was one of the worst quarterbacks this season. He had an 18.9 QBR. Guys, stat here, that's the 5th worst mark of QBR among 700 quarterbacks who have attempted at least 200 passes in a single season. At Shadur Sanders, he's just not it. He's just not it.
So we're judging
J-Rod,
him off of 1 year and 7 games.
J-Rod,
I mean, half a year. I mean,
can we be fair? What weapons does he have?
he was just. It doesn't matter. Give me something. Give me something.
Wait, Matthew. It doesn't matter. You really mean that? It doesn't matter.
It matters, but you gotta show me something, and I saw nothing.
You didn't see no flashes.
nothing.
You didn't see no flashes.
What about
He's lying to you. He's lying to you.
He's lying to you.
What was it? Was it 3 touchdown game he threw? Was it 3 touchdowns that he scored? What about that game? That was pretty.
He doesn't mean. You don't mean that.
I saw nothing from Shadur Sanders. J-Rod, if they keep him there next, the problem is, yeah, you're right. The Browns are a terrible organization.
Just like the Jets.
They're not going to be. See, like, well, they're not going to be good until they're out from under Deshaun Watson, and that's 2 years away. Like, they need an entire reset on the franchise, and that doesn't happen until he's gone. And looks like they don't.
Wait, you're blaming Deshaun Watson? They've been bad since we were born, bro. What are you talking about?
But they made the playoffs 2 times.
And how did that go for them?
What does it matter?
They make terrible business decisions, and I'm saying.
Yeah, but so right now they can't rebuild like fully until they're out from Deshaun Watson.
Okay,
because
so then Shador should let Shador start then.
You don't let guys who are 5th-round picks put up this much game tape and be like, no, we're gonna give him a full season now next year.
But Matt,
because he was awful.
But Matt,
he was
with everything awful around him too. Like Matt, it wasn't only him that is awful. Okay, he had everything else was awful.
You don't get the grace as a 5th-round pick to be like,
okay, but listen, this is my take.
Now you're gonna start a whole season.
Wait, this is my take. J-Rod said it perfectly. Build around him. Give him the assets, right? Give him the weapons. Give him the O-line. Give him the coaching. And if he doesn't work, what do? You replace him. And then now that quarterback has the same exact thing.
That's it. If your whole argument is that they can't really fully reset when they have the Deshaun Watson contract, right? So why not give it to the 5th-round guy and see what he can do since you can't fully develop? Why draft your future quarterback when you have no assets to build around?
Because then I think that ends up even worse for Shadur because the Browns are going to be even worse if they do that because they're not going to build anything around him.
Is he a starter?
And if you want to give him at least a chance, I mean, it's going to be even worse. And then who's going to want him in that 3rd year? Anyone?
But is he a starter anywhere else?
I don't think so.
So it's kind of like this is your only shot, kid.
But but if you go and be a backup somewhere, and maybe it's like, okay, maybe sometime you get your shot. Like
if they're like, you can be the backup for the Rams or for the Cowboys, maybe I'll take that because then I know I have some weapons. I know that if somebody gets hurt, I could actually show some. But if like I'm backing up, Bo Nix, I'm not gonna take that. You know what I mean? It would have to be a veteran quarterback or somewhere where I know that if the quarterback gets hurt, I could put up real stats.
He's backing up. What if he's backing up Lamar?
Lamar got no weapons either. And even if they do, they don't be using them. Derrick Henry's supposed to be the best. Derrick Henry looks like the best running back these past 3 weeks. And he still didn't get enough touches.
He didn't do nothing in that second half.
It's mind-boggling, bro. It's mind-boggling.
I think if you let Shadur start next year, they're gonna be even worse, and it's gonna look even worse for him. And then nobody's gonna want him in that 3rd year.
You say he had an 18 QBR this year?
Yeah.
You think he could do worse than 18?
I think it could be a 22. I mean, it's like they're not gonna have anything. They're not gonna have anything there next year either. There's gonna be nothing.
I don't remember. I think that if you're the Browns, getting a replacement QB now makes no sense, like you said. So Why not just give Shador?
It's like it
You're
doesn't.
putting a band-aid on a wound, bro.
Yeah, bro. Just let. If it's gonna fall apart, let it fall apart. Because guess what's the worst thing that can
But then I'm
happen?
gonna hear from Raph, oh, it fell apart in Cleveland. Why did we have to go to Cleveland? If we could have went anywhere else. That's what I'm
I
gonna
told you,
hear.
I'm a realist. I don't live.
Matt, do you blame him for saying that? This franchise is atrocious, and then they finally got.
But that's
their
why
guy.
you gotta go somewhere else. You gotta go somewhere else. I'm surprised Raph isn't. You gotta go somewhere else. Like he is. He's saying
I literally said it. He's gonna be a backup elsewhere. I'm fine with that. I'm
That's
fine with
why
that.
Raph was
I'm fine
like,
with
he's
that.
okay with him being a backup because he doesn't want him to be in
Bro,
anymore.
Bro, I would want to be a backup elsewhere than be a starter in Cleveland, bro. Like, no.
It's so bad. And then they had the guy in Baker Mayfield who got him to a playoff game, and they let him go because it was like the false mirage, bro.
What a perfect transition there, Matthew, because something about Baker Mayfield just happened. Do you know what just happened with Baker Mayfield, Matthew?
I think he's starting in the wild card. Oh, wait a minute.
Wait, no, he's watching from the couch.
Matt, can I introduce this topic if you don't mind?
Yeah, go ahead, buddy.
Okay, so over this weekend,
Wait, you said what, Matt? You said what?
I
Go
said,
ahead,
okay,
buddy.
So over this weekend, Saturday to be specific, the man that I said was going to be MVP this season won his final game against the Carolina Panthers. However, due to NFL rules and straight
Due to NFL
bullshit, okay, just because the Bucks and Panthers tied with identical records with the Atlantic Falcons, it resulted in a three-way tie, and the Buccaneers did not even make the playoffs. And they were kicked out and lost the South to the Carolina Panthers. So, Matt, do you think the NFL should change the rule where if the team beats the other team, they should automatically win the division in the last game?
No. That's not the topic here. That's not what this is about. J-Rod, this is all J-Rod and the Baker fans on Twitter that came up with this because that's not even close to what happened. Raph, let's tell J-Rod what happened here. The Buccaneers fell apart. We were talking to them at the beginning of the year. Like they were going to be a great team in the playoffs. They could give anybody a run for their money. Baker, fourth quarter guy. And they fell apart.
Bro, they were the Colts
Complete
of the NFC.
Disaster.
They were the Colts of the NFC.
We need to rewatch these episodes we did because I think I remember I said that Bucks were not Super Bowl contenders, and everybody was frying me. Everybody was frying me for saying that. But look at what we have here.
I couldn't believe it. I was watching the Saints and Falcons game, and I was just like, the Saints are gonna fucking lose this game. They're gonna lose this game, and I'm gonna have to hear from these clowns over here talking about how Baker Mayfield couldn't even make it to the playoffs. I was so hyped when they won on Saturday. I was like, "Oh, this is light work. Watch, Baker's gonna make it in the playoffs. I can still talk shit. I can still talk my shit. Watch them win a playoff game. I can still talk my shit. Nope. Now we got to see the Carolina Panthers get ramrodded by the Rams.
J-Rod told me the Panthers were dog shit.
Yeah, and then also Raph, I was talking mad shit about the Panthers to this guy, and now I got to listen to him talk about how I was wrong.
That's just awful.
I'm glad you mentioned the Rams, Jay, because we talked about it earlier now. Because would you look at this, Matt? Your Rams have the easiest game out of the whole weekend. The easiest. So, Matthew, let's start with you, bro. What is your confidence level for your Rams to go on and beat the Panthers and move on to the second round?
I'm ultra confident. My Rams. There's nobody in Carolina is stopping. I don't care if you got all the fans play defense. No one is going to stop this Rams offense. Devontae Adams will be back. I know what happened a few weeks ago, but they lost to Carolina. Stafford didn't look too good in that game. This is different. Bryce Young, we don't know what he's going to be in the playoffs. I know who Stafford is in the playoffs, and he's a dog. That's who he is. That's who he is. He's a playoff performer. He's gonna show up, and I have the Rams winning this game 33-17.
That's pretty common.
Well, according to Vegas, it should be very easy for you guys, but I actually have the Rams winning 38-20, and those 20 points might be stat padded at the end as well. This game might be over by 10 minutes of the third quarter. So, Matt, the ball's on your court and your team's court because this should be a pretty easy game. However, if you want to look at one side, we have to look at the other side, Matt, because your guy Matthew Stafford lost the MVP in that very game that you talked about, the Panthers game. He lost that MVP in my eyes. Wait, you can't get me out of character, bro. You can't. I'm not looking at Matt again, bro. Anyways, Matthew, what if? Because there's always a what if in sports. I would give the Rams a 90% chance to win this game, the highest out of anybody in the playoffs so far. But there's always a 10% chance, Matt.
Mm-hmm.
What if Bryce Young beats your Rams, huh?
Well, then
what would be the excuse then? What would be the playoff performer of Matthew Stafford and the Rams,
He's gotta
huh?
retire.
well,
He's got to
he might
retire.
retire, and this is career versus legacy right here.
He may leave them.
Well, if this is a career versus legacy, then I hope that
No,
Bryce Young is Shawn Michaels
only because it's Bryce Young.
and Matthew Stafford is.
But what
Ric
depends
Flair.
on how the game goes. If Stafford plays great, and if it ends up like the Seahawks game, where Stafford was phenomenal, and they lost, I mean,
Well,
That on
Bryce
him?
Young's offense shouldn't be keeping up with the Rams' offense. The only according to you, and I agree with you.
well, that's on the defense. So that game, Stafford outplayed Sam Darnold, and it wasn't even close. But
I agree with you with the
Seahawks
Panthers.
still won
The
the
only
game.
reason that the Rams lost is because he threw a pick six. So I think they win this game too. But there's no way.
and Raf says he lost the MVP. Wait, I think does J-Ron remember what happened earlier in the game? I think he broke the streak all time for most consecutive touchdowns without a pick. But what am I? I don't know.
Oh, actually, I do remember that you texted in the chat. And what happened a few minutes later? Oh, interception.
Well, the streak
So
can't go
Matthew-
on forever. The streak, I mean, it can't go on forever.
Well, I'm gonna tell you something right now. This whole playoff run, if you guys go deep, you better not say a word to that group chat. You better not say a word because you should know your jinx, bro.
So the Rams move on, right? So who you have facing the Rams in the next round?
What would it be? It'd be the hold on.
So if the Niners win, the Niners.
Oh, the Rams win, they go to Seattle. Rams win, they go to Seattle.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I
Well-
have the Rams in the Super Bowl, so that's
So you have Rams being Seattle.
Nah, I don't think they go to Seattle, Matt.
It's the Niners. If the Niners beat the Eagles, they go to Seattle. But if they don't beat
Whoa.
but if
Whoa.
if the Eagles win, then the Rams go to Seattle.
Okay, so this is a good way to bring up our playoff predictions, no?
Let's do it.
All right, let's start with
I got it.
AFC.
I got it written down here. If you want to talk it, want to do AFC first?
Yeah.
Okay, so we got the second seed Patriots versus the seventh seed Chargers in New England. How are we feeling about that, Matt?
This is easy. I got the Patriots. I don't believe in Justin Herbert, and I don't necessarily believe in Drake May too much, but I think the Patriots are a better team. Just going to pick the Patriots there. It's in New England. I'll go 30-17 Pats.
30-17 pass. Okay, Raph? Second seed Patriots,
Well,
Chargers.
I just seen that all of my guys in the AFC, all the guys that Matthew was shitting on in the past, they're all in the playoffs right now, Matt. Would you look at that, bro? Would you look at that?
I'm guessing Lawrence and Herbert.
Mr. Herbert.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Josh Allen.
No. Don't put Raphael and Josh Allen in the same sentence, please. Please. Don't let him brainwash you into thinking I like Josh Allen, bro. No.
Oh.
But yeah, I have Patriots winning that. I'm gonna say 28-21.
Justin Herbert's your guy. No faith. No faith.
Drake May, man. That's MVP.
I'm gonna say the Patriots win too. I think the Chargers are just too injured. I think it's gonna be a little closer though. I'm gonna do 26-22.
What? Okay.
26-22.
Right.
I think the Patriots just win barely. But I think the Chargers are just way too injured. Next, we got the 3rd seed Jaguars versus the 6th seed Bills. It's going to be in Jacksonville. How do you feel about that one, Matt?
I know the Bills, a lot of pressure. They're probably the team with the most pressure out of anybody in these playoffs. Josh Allen here, no Lamar, no Burrow, no Mahomes. Like, if you don't make the Super Bowl, and I don't know what to say. But, with that being said, I have the Jacksonville Jaguars winning this football game. They're at home. The Jaguars have been great all season long. They have turned it around completely. And I got Jacksonville in a very close game, 27-24. They move on.
Okay, ref. 3rd seed Jaguars, 6th seed Bills. Josh Allen's best opportunity to win a championship, being the best quarterback in these playoffs, maybe? Maybe Matt has something to say about that? How does it go?
I'm going to tell you something right now, Matthew Rodriguez. And you can write this down in your notes like you always do because you think I'm a fraud. I think the only games that Josh Allen loses this year is either in the AFC Championship or in the Super Bowl. That's the only time he will lose. He will either lose to my new guy, May, or he will lose to your guy, Stafford. Yeah.
The ref has zero confidence in either Justin Herbert or Trevor Lawrence, who he loved J-Rod years ago.
Their stories can end. They have many years to complete their story.
Many years?
I think so.
Yeah,
they have some years left.
They still got time.
But there's no Mahomes, no Burrow, no Lamar. This is as wide open as it gets.
I think
I agree,
but for a while. I don't think the Chiefs are going to be this juggernaut next year.
You said it
at Jacksonville.
You said it, not I. You said it, not I.
Raph, you got a score?
Yes. I'm gonna go. We're in Jacksonville, right?
We're in Jacksonville.
We're at Lawrence. We are at Lawrence.
We're at Lawrence.
Oh, so we are playing Josh Allen versus Lawrence at Lawrence. Okay.
At Lawrence.
And that doesn't matter. That will not matter.
Doesn't matter? No, that's it. That's
my guy can get his girls.
You're done.
My guys can get his girls. Nope, it doesn't matter. It was a great season for the boys. I don't think Travis Hunters is going to play that game either. But I have 20. Let's go 27-20.
27-20.
Bills.
Okay.
That's garbage. I don't want to ever hear you talking about Trevor Lawrence ever again. That's it.
He made it in the playoffs. How many quarterbacks make the playoffs? Oh wait, you have
how many
one
times has he lose in the
playoffs.
playoffs? Like, this is a chance
He's played once. He
lost.
He's won.
Who? Lawrence? Lawrence played one.
Lawrence has won.
He won. He beat.
And then he lost.
He won. He beat.
And then he lost to Mahomes.
He lost to
And then he
Mahomes.
And then he lost to Mahomes.
This is as the Jaguars have the number one defense against the rush. Number one. That's what the Bills' offense is all about. James Cook running that football. Josh Allen running that football.
At the end of the day, I trust Allen over Lawrence. Sadly, bro. Sadly, I trust Allen over Lawrence.
That's it. You trust. Okay, that's fine.
You're right.
Oh, I'm the Trevor Lawrence guy now on this.
I guess so. You're right. Have you
I guess
not
so.
seen this fucking monster truck that the Jacksonville Jaguars have been? Let me tell you something. They were winning while Lawrence was playing like ass. Now he's playing good, and the team hasn't missed a step. I'm sorry. I would agree that Josh Allen is the best quarterback. Bro, this team is just it feels like the Falcons or the Panthers, the 2016 Panthers, or the Falcons in 2014, where they just have this run, and you just can't explain it. Where maybe they'll slip up, but I don't think it's going to be in the first round of the playoffs. I wouldn't be surprised.
Okay.
I think that, like Matt said, and that was a good point that you brought up about the fact that they're the number one rush defense going against one of the top rushing offenses. Yo, bro, I wouldn't be surprised if the score was 36-10 Jacksonville.
Wow.
Yeah. I wouldn't be,
Okay.
because
I like how bold this was. I like how bold this was. So I'm offering you guys something now.
Go ahead.
Let's put our money where our mouths are. Okay. How many rounds are there in the playoffs usually? Is there 4 rounds?
There's wild card, there's the divisionals, conference, and then the playoffs. So there's 3 playoffs and then the Super Bowl.
Right. You guys have $40 to bet for the whole playoffs, not just every round, the whole playoffs.
So
I propose
you want to do a March Madness bracket? Whoever has the best bracket wins.
Yes. Let's do that. Let's see
So
who
bet on it.
knows
So
ball.
bet on it then.
So let's do 40 each. 40 each. Winner gets 120.
So
Right?
So wait. So you get for every box you get right.
Okay.
For every box
Yeah.
you get right.
Yes.
All right. So hold on.
What if if it ends in a tie, and what the Super Bowl score would be the closest
Yes.
score would be the decider? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, the score will be close.
Because guys, I'm gonna be honest. You guys were so lucky. I didn't bet this, but you guys both know I put Panthers, Seahawks, and Ravens.
We'll make sure we'll have all this evened out by before the playoffs. We'll have it posted up and everything. We'll make sure we have everything evened out before the first game on Saturday, and then we'll have it written out. I wrote my shit like this, so I'll have this shit filled out, and then we'll
Nice.
and then we'll do it that way. So we did the Bills, Jags. We did Jaguars, Bills. So right now, Raph got the Bills, and me and Matt got the Jags. We all have the Patriots for the first round, for the second seed, 7th seed matchup. For the last matchup in the AFC for this weekend, we have the 4th seeded AFC North champions, the Steelers, going against the 5th seed wild card, Houston Texans. Matt, we got Aaron Rodgers possibly final playoff run going on. We also have CJ Stroud making his playoff appearance back. Where do you see this heading? This 4-5 matchup at Rodgers, by the way.
This is at Rodgers, at Tomlin, Monday Night Football. First time ever, I think, it's playoff game Monday Night Football. I went back and forth on this because the Texans' defense is so elite. Number 1 defense all year. And the Steelers have just been both sides of the ball. Their defense early on was atrocious. Still is. I mean, but I think Rodgers has one more vintage moment left in him. As much as I never been a fan of Aaron Rodgers in the playoffs, those are for the later games in the playoffs where he chokes his guts out. I'm going to say Pittsburgh Steelers win this game. DK Metcalf is back. I think that's going to be huge. I'm going to go 16-14 Steelers.
16-14. Damn, 16-14. So they win.
16-14 is a very tight. Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Raph. So at Rodgers, Steelers, Texans. It's It's gonna be crazy environment. I can't remember the last time the Pittsburgh Steelers had a playoff game at home because they had won the division in a long time. Where do you see this heading for the Texans and Steelers?
I see this Aura Farmer Rogers sitting on the bench with his helmet on, just like Ben Roethlisberger did that one time that he got absolutely killed in the playoffs because he was a fraud. I see that exactly happening to Rogers. I think this defense is way too elite. They're going to read every single thing that he's doing. He's a check down artist now. He sucks. I was watching that whole Ravens game. He sucks now.
Wait, did you watch the same fourth quarter either? I think he was making big throws to Adam Thielen in 2026 and Calvin
really?
Austin.
Against a bottom 3, bottom 5 defense? He's going against what, the best defense in the league? Are you crazy? No, this is going to be 24-10. Texans. Book it.
24-10 Texans.
He'll be lucky to get a touchdown, by the way.
I know that you guys don't believe in this, that I make this shit up. I don't care what y'all say. Home field advantage is a real thing, okay?
Oh my
Especially
God.
Yes.
in Pittsburgh, okay? In that cold. You think CJ Strauss is gonna feel good not being in that dome where he's sitting there freezing his ass off in Pittsburgh? You know who's used to that shit? Aaron Rodgers is used to that.
Mm-hmm.
He's never been in.
Wait,
He's been on
is this the same Aaron Rodgers that played in the Packers and the Jets? Oh,
You trying to tell me that DK Metcalf had 2 weeks to be in the chamber and recover after he's fuming, angry, building inside of him? Oh man, I don't want to be the defender guarding DK Metcalf on Monday Night Football. Let me tell you what. Having said that, Aaron Rodgers is an old farce, and the Pittsburgh Steelers got here on nothing but luck. They should even be in these playoffs right now. So I have the Texans winning.
Oh my God.
7. No, I'm gonna do 20. I'm gonna do 20-10. I say because I think the weather will play a big part in it. I don't think they'll go crazy on them, but I think Texas win 20-10.
Mike Tomlin, by the way, 13-0 at home on Monday Night Football. Just a stat. Let it mean what it will.
the same stat that he said that there's never been a Monday night playoff game ever.
Yeah.
Oh,
Let it be what it be. Monday Night GOAT, Mike Tomlin. I don't know.
All right, boys. That was the AFC, and as we know, the Broncos have the first round bye. So, according to the predictions for Matthew, if his predictions were to come true, that means the Pats. So the Steelers would go to the Broncos, and then we would have Pats versus Jags in the second round. So that would be the AFC. And then if Raph's prediction comes true, we would have
Bills at Broncos, right?
yeah, Bills at Broncos, and then we would have Pats and Texans. And then same thing for me. So we'll see what comes true. That'll be next week. Let's move on to the NFC. We have the second seed Chicago Bears playing their ultimate rival, the 7th seed Cheesehead Packers. This is going to be in Chicago. Matt, you couldn't draw it up any better. 2 young quarterbacks playing for 2 of the oldest franchises in history. Where do you see this going? Who brings their team to the next round?
The Packers, I was, at the beginning of the year, guys, I wasn't high on them. Then they lost Micah Parsons, and I was like, well, that's it. I'm going to go with the Bears here. 24-13. Caleb Williams gets his first playoff victory.
Very nice. Okay, Raph. Same question to you. 2nd seed Bears versus the 7th seed Packers. Where do you see
I think
these teams going?
I think losing Michael Parsons is the biggest bullet to the foot ever I've seen. That, like we said earlier in the season, Jay, they never gave Jordan Love the weapons that he needed at wide, or I think it was with Matthew. But I see this game 28-19 Bears.
19
Bears. At Williams.
at Williams.
At Williams.
This Chicago. Maybe the last time Chicago gets a playoff game. Maybe.
Could be.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with you guys. I'm gonna go with the Bears in this one. Again, the Packers are just too injured to me, and I think not that the Bears are that much of a better team, but I think that having the home field advantage is just gonna help them as well. And I just think like no Michael Parsons and Jordan Love hasn't been playing the best, so I'm gonna go with the Chicago Bears as well.
Wait. Kenny said in the chat, J Rod, he said, "Tell me these locks again." So repeat our locks.
Okay, so according to Matt, the locks for the AFC, he's got the Pats over the Chargers, he's got the Jags over the Bills, and he's got the Steelers over the Texans. And according to Raph, the locks are Pats, the Bills, and the Texans. And then for me, I have the Pats, I have the Jaguars, and I have the Texans. So we differ on the last two games right now. And then right now for the NFC, we have the second seed. We both have the Bears winning against the Packers so far. The next game moving on to is the Eagles versus the Niners at Hurts. Matt, the Eagles have been kind of winning these last couple games, but the Niners also look like a hard out. CMC, Saquon Barkley, Brock Purdy, Jalen Hurts. Where do you see this team?
I also went back and forth on this one.
It's not easy, man.
Eagles' offense has not been very good this year. It's their defense that has carried them. They've had a couple moments of drama there with A.J. Brown and Hurts and all of that all season long. This is at Hurts, at Philadelphia, offending Super Bowl champions. And the 49ers they're playing California. They play in sun all year long. Then it's going to be a very tight game. The Eagles 19-17.
That's a close game. Raph, same question to you. We got the Eagles, we got the Niners, we got George Kittle on one side, and we got A.J. Brown on the other. Where do you see this going?
For once, I'm going to have to agree with J Rod's theory of home field advantage. It's very hard to play in Philly. Very, very hard to play in Philly. I know someone in here knows that his quarterback couldn't handle the snow in Philly over there. I'm going to go with Philly post game, but I think that Saquon finally unleashes his weapons, and I'm going to go 28-21 Eagles.
All right, guys. I'm actually going to have to differ on you guys with this one. I think the 49ers have this run going on where I think they can squeak a victory out. I trust Kyle Shanahan more than I trust Nick Sirianni right now, and I think Brock Purdy's clicking better with his weapons than Jalen Hurts is. And C-Mac has been killing it. He hasn't had a crazy rushing year, but receiving the ball, he put up 1,000 yards almost. So, he's actually been an impactful player. So I'm actually going to go with the Niners on this. I have a close game too. I'm going to go 21-18 Niners. I say they win just by a field goal.
Kenny in the chat said the Philly are going back to back. They are not, Kenny. They are not going back to back.
J-Rod, first round off the Super Bowl. I mean, defending champs at Philly.
I think the Eagles. I wouldn't be surprised if the Eagles won. Don't get me wrong, but I think that they have this thing where they kind of skid down, and I actually trust them more now that they've been winning these games lately. They're not going out losing, but I just think that they have this thing about them where they just, I don't know, they just win, but they're not happy about it, and it throws this vibe out there where I could see a focused, well-coached 49ers team come in and just take them by surprise. And then we kind of talked about it a little bit earlier, but this is the final matchup for the NFC. We have the Panthers versus the Rams. We all kind of give our predictions on that one already. I think we all have the Rams winning that.
I don't like this. I don't like this at
It's
all.
not. It's giving the Fox vibes, and everything's the same team, and they're all wrong because they all bet on the wrong team. But hey, it's how we feel, man. How you can't.
Raph, go root for Bryce Young. That's your guy. That was your number one overall pick. That's your guy. Some guts.
We're in SoFi, Matthew.
We're in SoFi.
No, you're not.
Oh, we're in Carolina. That's
We're in
right.
Carolina.
They won. Rams are the wild
You're
card.
at Young.
Wait a
Right.
second.
You're-
Wait
They won the
a
South, bro.
second.
They won the South.
Wait 1 second, guys.
Okay, Matt, because I was talking to Raph earlier about this before you got on here. Would you be surprised? Because I don't think you'd be surprised if any of these teams lost, right? Like, it's really close. Like, the only one that's surprised you would be the Rams, Panthers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so like it's gonna be close this year. And the Rams did beat the Panthers.
You did lose to them. They
did
lost to
lose
them.
They got the formula.
Give me 1 second, guys.
All right, so while Raph is contemplating and thinking, let's give our Super Bowl predictions before we actually see any progress made in the playoffs. Now that let's remind the audience of our Super Bowl predictions before the year, and now let's remind them now that the playoffs have started.
Yep. I had the
No. Sorry to interrupt, but Rams gonna win that game decisively. I'm looking here, and that was a trap game. Obviously, I was playing around with Matthew back then, but that's the definition of a trap game right there, Matt. That was a trap game for them. And yeah, because look, they beat the Saints, then they beat the Niners, then they beat the Hawks, then they beat the Bucks, and then obviously they faced the Panthers. So that was I'll give you that, Matt. He lost a trap game. So no, we're gonna see the Rams go pretty deep.
I don't like Raph saying this.
You better hope they go deep, because oh man, Matt, can you agree that this team that you have, I'm not even gonna give you NFC or bust or NFC Championship or bust. This team is Super Bowl or bust.
Yeah, they've been. Yeah, it's
The
Super Bowl.
Rams?
Yeah, of course. Every year that Stafford's there, it's Super Bowl or bust.
If the Rams lose that, Matthew Guy better not get MVP. Kenny, you know ball. Kenny, you're a basketball guy. You know ball.
But I'm sorry. I think the
It's
MVP is
too
a
late.
regular
I'm just trying to say
season
that.
Go
award.
for it. Is Rajah too
I think
late?
it's a regular season award.
Yeah,
Well-
Rajah too late if he loses.
That's not our problem. That's not our problem, actually.
J Rod, you said or season predictions before. I had the Chiefs and the Rams. Now I got the Rams and the Jaguars
Wow.
in the Super Bowl.
Damn, you had the Jaguars going all the way.
And Raph, can't believe it. I'm picking this guy and he's not. Go ahead, Raph. What do you got? What did you have before the season?
I think Ravens versus Eagles.
Okay, and you're
I had the two birds. Hmm. You can go first, Jay. I'm a little.
I'm trying. I believe I had the Bills in the Super Bowl and the Bucks. I know I had the Bucks. That was the
Yeah, you had Bills and
control
Bucks. Yeah,
thing.
I do remember that.
Kenny agrees with you, Matt. He said that you got something with the Jags because they're hot right now.
I'm telling
That's what
you.
he said.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna say that this is the year that the Niners surprise everybody. And I'm gonna go Niners, and I'm gonna go.
Just think about Jay. Jay sticks to one team, and then he doesn't want to let them go, Matt. He's like, I was wrong about Baker. I don't want to be.
Why would I jump around like that? I gotta. If I see something in the team, I'm gonna see it through to the end.
Jay, the Niners they're so hurt. So many injuries on that defense. Like, Once the
Here's my
playoffs
thought
come, it's gonna
process,
catch
right?
up.
Here's my thought process: is that I can see the Niners beating all these teams. I can see them beating the Seahawks. Like I know they can beat them. You know what I'm saying? So like, and that's the biggest threat. Them and the Rams, and they're all in the division. So that's because they're all division opponents. I can see them beating the Eagles. I can see them beating the Bears. And if the Panthers somehow make it through, I can see them beating the Panthers as well. So I'm gonna go Niners, and I'm gonna say Patriots, because I think if the Patriots and Jaguars were to meet, I think the Patriots would eke them out.
Okay. Raph, you got a lot of guys here. You got too many.
I also have this theory, Matt, where like your old head coach goes against, like an old head coach that you went against you has like knowledge on you, and Mike Vrabel used to be in that division with Trevor Lawrence, so I think that he might give a little terror.
Raph, you told me Josh Allen was the guy.
Listen, guys, listen. I'm torn between 4 teams. I'm gonna just tell you guys that. My AFC Championship game. 2 from each.
I'm guessing you're thinking Bills and Patriots. And the NFC, you're probably thinking Rams, Eagles.
Well, you got 3 out of 4 right.
Yeah.
However, I've always had this theory, guys. I feel that when you have everything going on for your team, if you give your guy good assets, if you give him good coaching, if you give him a great defense, guys, I don't know what Super Bowl this was. Let's play this out loud because I'm just gonna jinx myself, bro. Give me Patriots, Seahawks. Super Bowl.
Patriots, Seahawks.
I think that when you have a solid QB, you don't have to have a great QB. Solid QB, good receiving, good running, and a great coaching. I think you can get there. Not to mention that Seahawks is interchangeable with the best defense in the league. So, of course, I can be wrong. They might just be frauds, but that defense
2014.
Repeat of 2014 that they should have ran the ball.
Okay, so our post-season Super Bowl picks. We got Matt. He's going Rams, and he's going Jaguars. We got Raph. Raph is going Patriots and Seahawks, and I'm going Niners and Patriots. None of us picked the Broncos, who's the number 1 seed in the AFC, and nobody picked the Bears, who's the number 2 seed in the NFC.
Very interesting.
So I guess no trust in the QBs. That's what I'm assuming from all of us.
So both you guys have the Patriots. What's
your conference championship games though?
Conference championships?
Like who's gonna be in the Final Four? So go, Matt.
I can't go that because like it depends on who wins the wild card.
It depends on the matchups.
Yeah, but like give it. Like obviously it's just the first round, and we'll predict from there on.
I would say Rams, Seahawks, and you see,
Jags and who?
Let me see if the Jags win this week and the Patriots win. Where do the Jags go?
If the Jags win, you said you have Texans or Steelers winning. What does it matter? You have so the Patriots would go against the Jags.
The Jags?
Yeah.
Okay, so then
would go against Steelers or Texans.
So then it would be Broncos Jaguars. AFC Championship.
And that makes sense because the Jags just mollywopped them, so that evens out.
Someone said this about the Jags. If if the Jags go to a Super Bowl, they're gonna play the Super Bowl in Disney Plus.
I'm fucking dead, bro. So I'm gonna go Niners Rams because I think just the matchups would work out that way. That means I would have the Rams beating the Seahawks in that game. So I would have Rams Niners. That'd be a great conference championship game.
Repeat of 2021 when somebody picked no dropped. What's his name? Something Tart. Jaquaski Tart. I don't even know. He's not even in the league anymore.
No drop.
So you guys both have the Patriots, led by second-year guy Drake May.
You gotta say it right, bro. You gotta say his nickname right, bro. Say it right.
What's the nickname?
It's Drake. Pause. Drake May, bro. That's how everyone says it, bro. You got to say it right.
I don't care what the geeks on Twitter are saying.
I hope we can get an MVP. What if we get Matthew? What if we get an MVP versus MVP battle, huh?
I take that. I take that. I
put a lot of money against you, actually.
I kind of want it. If the Rams are there, I'd rather it be the Patriots or the Bills because I want it to be a team that I absolutely hate. Like when Stafford won the first time, I liked Joe Burrow, so I was like,
why do you hate the Patriots though?
What?
Why do you hate the Patriots?
I don't know, because they're in my division and Tom Brady was there.
Yeah, but that's different, man. Like this is a whole new regime. This is like
this
is not.
The Jets, they
played
twice,
and they're in my division.
Matthew reminds us that he's a Jets fan from week 1 to 7, and then he just goes with the Rams, bro.
Once you get pounded every day to the dirt and you become part of this fucking concrete.
It's like saying the Red Sox are they're new regime. They're not the old.
The three teams I hate the most are the Commanders, the Dallas Cowboys, and the Philadelphia Eagles. They could all die. That's what happens when you have an actual team, Raph. When you actually have a fan of a team. And not just...
Yeah, Raph has 12 players.
He has 12 players on each team.
So guys, Drake May, second-year guy.
So, real quick, I know we're going to hop off soon. I just wanted to get this popped in my head. Who has the most to gain from winning a Super Bowl? One individual. Who has the most to gain?
It's either for me, Josh Allen, or Stafford.
Think Stafford? Really? I don't think Stafford has...
Stafford, I think,
this does nothing for Stafford.
Wins the MVP, and he wins the Super Bowl MVP. That's first ballot Hall of Famer. Versus,
is he not already?
I think he is, but I don't think it's necessarily a lock.
Bro, they let anybody in the Hall of Fame. They let only Eli Manning in the Hall of Fame, bro.
This is different.
What does that even mean, bro?
Eli Manning is not a first ballot Hall of Famer, bro.
Yeah, he's not.
I didn't say first ballot. I didn't say first ballot.
Thank you.
But if Eli Manning,
I didn't say he's a Hall of Famer, but he's not a first ballot. First ballot means you are for sure coming on this side.
You're a lock of locks. You were one of the greats.
And Matthew Stafford, he's a lock.
Was Eli Manning.
He already got his ring. He got his. Well, I don't know. He's gonna get his MVP. I don't know. He's gonna get his MVP.
You can't tell the story of the football without Eli Manning.
I'm gonna tell you.
Remember that time? I'll
tell you guys every quarterback.
Oh wait, this fucking goofy ass guy beat him. Is it gonna be Eli?
I'm gonna tell you guys every quarterback left. I'm gonna tell you every quarterback, and you guys tell me from 1 to 10. How much do you have to gain? Okay. Bo Nix.
Bro, a 9, bro. Second year quarterback winning a Super Bowl. A 9.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 8 or 9 because they were the number 1 seed, and people still aren't as high on Bo Nix as.
I'm surely not. Are you?
No, I'm not either.
I'm not easy.
If he wins it, this proves everybody wrong. This is okay, I'm one of those guys.
Yeah, he's middle of the pack quarterback. He's middle of the pack.
I think he's one of the most.
I would say
the game.
I would say 9, but at the same time, matter of fact, I'm gonna put him a 7 because I truly think that if he goes to the Super Bowl, his defense is gonna carry him. So I don't think it would be him winning the Super Bowl. It would be the defense and the coaching winning the Super Bowl.
Okay,
that's how I see it.
That's a good point. That's a good
I
point.
feel like to game, you have to like go in there and not be a game manager. Like you have to win your game.
No, that makes sense.
That's what I think with
That
game.
makes sense because
So
I feel like Sam Darnold will get more credit if he were to win the Super Bowl than if Bo Nix were to win the Super Bowl.
because Darnold's gonna sling that.
Yeah,
He's gonna sling it.
yeah.
All right, Drake May, 1 out of 10.
Probably like an 8-2, probably up there, probably like an 8. Second again, another second year guy winning the Super Bowl that early. That's pretty good.
A 5.
I would say 7.5 or 8. I would say
Yeah.
7.5 or 8. All right, Mr. Grills, Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, I'll go 8 on this too.
I'm gonna
Lawrence.
go. Go ahead, Matt. Sorry, go.
It's just he's been in the league already. What, this is 5th year, 6th year? Like, we're drafted as to be that guy. I mean, this puts you there. Like, okay, that's what you drafted me for.
Yeah.
I mean, you have more rings than Joe Burrow. What? Who said that, yo?
So-
Who said that, yo?
so-
Chill,
like-
chill.
I think there's like two lists, right? There's people that have the most to gain, and there's people that have the most to lose. And I think Trevor Lawrence is on the most to lose side because this is kind of what this is his 5th, 6th year. Okay, first overall pick. You're supposed to be in this position. You got a hot streak. You got a good team. You need to make it far. So I think if he were to win, it would benefit him a lot. But he kind of needs to be in this. Like he kind of needs to be in this position. So I'm gonna go like a 6.
I would say 6.5 or 7.
Yeah.
I would say that for your exact reasoning too.
Yeah.
A-Rod.
Go ahead, G.
I'm going like a 2. I think even if he to somehow pull off winning the Super Bowl, I don't think it's gonna change. He's gonna be a first ballot Hall of Famer no matter what. I don't think if he wins Super Bowl, it raises him above anybody. Does it put him ahead of Peyton? Does it put him ahead of Marino? Does it put it ahead of? Well, he's already ahead.
I think it just might. I have Rodgers high here, like an 11. This is
Does he crack the top
Like,
5 if he
could-
wins Super Bowl?
at this age with all those MVPs and the no playoff choker. Like, if he does this,
You
Yeah.
think he cracks top 5. I think there's nothing he can do to get past Montana or Peyton.
I'm gonna have to agree with Matthew here. It's pretty high for me, especially with this team being mid as hell and him just being mid. But like, if he gives us one last vintage Rodgers, I think it can be very decisive for like where you put him in your top whatever.
I guess I'm thinking like legacy wise, or like it'd be like, it would be a great way to end his career, but like I don't think it would like he's already in the Hall of Fame. Like it's not gonna like he doesn't have to prove anything. You know what I mean? But then I guess
I
Matt's
mean,
kind of right.
Payne, remember Payne won that second ring. He barely did anything in that game.
yeah,
True. That's
defense carry that season.
He did nothing in that game for real.
true. He did
All right.
that whole season. Fucking
exactly.
Osweiler carried that shit.
All right, CJ Stroud.
I think he has more to lose here, honestly, because CJ came in and he was really good those first 2 years, and then it kind of like fell off a little bit, and now he's kind of just like there, like middle of the pack. And then you get if it like he has more to lose if they lose in the first round, like I think they are. Like I think then they're gonna start having conversations in Houston, like, well, maybe this is not what we want necessarily. But if he wins, yeah, I mean it gives it a lot. I'll say a 6, 7.
You, Jay.
Oh, I'm sorry, my fault. I was reading the chat. I was paying attention to the chat. Yeah, I agree with Matt saying that he kind of fell off. He was like the second year whiz kid, and you know he kind of taking the lead by storm. And he was like, you know, giving Caleb Williams advice, saying like, "Hey kid, this is how you got to handle the league and stuff." And now he's kind of fell off. So he has to show that he's back on track. So he doesn't have winning the Super Bowl obviously would be amazing, but he needs to be in this position already. Same thing with Trevor Lawrence. So I think he has more to lose than to gain, especially with it being wide open this year. Because I guess put yourself in Trevor Lawrence and CJ's shoes. Can you imagine sitting there watching Drake May win a Super Bowl before you, or Bo Nix win a Super Bowl before you? That's gonna look bad on you, especially with the rounds they picked you in. So I think it's important for them to at least make it far in the playoffs.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to put him middle of the pack. He gets a lot. He gets okay if he wins it, but at the end of the day, he also has a lot to lose, like you guys said. So yeah. Okay, this is the most controversial one. Joshua Allen.
Oh, he's at like a 15. If Josh Allen wins the Super Bowl, it puts him there with, yes, I'm that guy. I'm there with Mahomes. It's if he loses though early, doesn't even make the Super Bowl, then it's like again, like you couldn't do it again in the no Earl Lamar Mahomes, and you couldn't do it. Like,
What's the excuse now?
Yep. So here's my look on it. Is he going to be Hakeem or is he going to be The Rock? And here's why. And here's what I mean when I say that. Right? When Jordan left the league, right? Hakeem won those 2 championships, right?
yeah,
And then
Yes.
Jordan came back and basically said, "Okay, you had your fun, but I'm still the captain here. I still run the league, right?" Or is he gonna be The Rock when Stone Cold Steve Austin got hurt, and The Rock basically took over the company and never looked back and became one of the main players? And some people might even argue that he was even better than Stone Cold Steve Austin. So he has a huge opportunity to be not only one of the faces, the face of the league. There's people out there who are waiting to say that Josh Allen is better than Patrick Mahomes. They were already doing it. When he lost to Patrick Mahomes, they were like, "Oh, he was way better than Mahomes. He just had a worse team." So he has the people on his side. He just needs to go out there and seal the deal. And your brother, this is your best opportunity. Like Raf said, he doesn't care about the team. You are the best quarterback in these playoffs. You need to handle your business. He has the most to gain, but he also has the most to lose. Because I think if he doesn't win the Super Bowl, his coach is fired. So it could be one of the greatest seasons for him where he's being hoisted up with that Lombardi trophy, or he could be sitting there with a whole reset and a brand new stadium. So let's see where it goes from there. But yeah, I'm like at a 15, just like Matt. 15, 17, whatever you want to call it, whatever the area code for the upstate New York is. That's how much he needs to win this.
I'm gonna have to agree with you guys. Exactly what you say, Jay. You took the words out of my mouth. Most to gain, but also most to lose. What can you gain from winning? You get all the golds and the riches. If you lose, you get Osama bin Laden's sorcerer fired, and then where do you go from there, bro?
I forgot about that, bro. I forgot he said that shit.
All right, Justin Herbert, Matt's guy.
no one cares. No one cares. Herbert was what, the 5th pick in the draft, the 6th pick in the draft. I don't. I'm like at a 5, 6. Yes, J-Rod.
Can I make a sub for this pick? Can I put Jim
Harbaugh?
Harbaugh in there? Because I feel like he has way more to gain if he were to win a Super Bowl. He doesn't have one yet. Okay, he would have one just like his brother, and he would have one as a college coach and as an NFL coach. And I think him coming in and taking this Justin Herbert kid who wasn't going anywhere, who was this raw talent, and making him win a Super Bowl as a defensive-minded head coach, I think that's pretty big for Jim Harbaugh.
Yeah, I put Herbert like at like a 5 or a 6. But his clock is almost ticking, bro. His clock is definitely almost ticking. It's almost like Vecna, Jay.
Would you
It's definitely
consider him an
clicking.
elite quarterback if he wins the Super Bowl? Like, would you put him with Joe Burrow, Matt Stafford,
Absolutely.
stuff like
Yeah.
that? So yeah,
Absolutely.
that's pretty. I think that's pretty big. I think that's pretty big.
Because he's always been known as like a regular season guy.
Yeah,
He doesn't have the MVP yet,
yeah.
or will he ever? I don't know, but he's a regular season guy. But then obviously, remember he choked against the Chargers. I mean the Jaguars.
Bro,
So
I don't know how you don't get fucking cut after that shit.
all right, Sam Darnold.
He's got a lot. I'll go 8 on Darnold. A lot to gain. You've been the number 1 seed before with the Vikings. You were the former Jets bust that nobody wanted. And like now you have a chance to show. That's why I was taking number 2 in that draft. That's why. So yeah, I think Darnold has a lot to gain here. Not a lot to lose, a lot to gain.
Yeah, I think financially he has a lot to gain too. I know he got his contract, but Super Bowl money is a little different than playoff money. And I think if he were to lead the Seahawks team to the Super Bowl, it would solidify. It would be. I think it would be one of the best comeback stories for a QB. They literally bounced around on 4 teams. To say that from going from saying I'm seeing ghosts in an interview to hosting up a trophy, the biggest trophy, where people were clowning you and you're holding the biggest trophy in the game, I think that's a huge comeback. So I think he has a lot to gain. I think he's already gained a lot in the NFL from the fact he was supposed to be out of the league and the fact that he got a major contract. So I think everything else is just icing on the cake. So winning a Super Bowl would be huge for him. So I'll put it like at an 8. He has 8, 7, a lot to gain.
I'll be honest, guys. I'm gonna put him at a 10. I'm gonna put him at a 10 because he'll go from a jag to a winner in a lot of people's eyes. And you know what a jag is, right, Matt?
Just a guy.
Just a guy. But we have a lot of jags in this league because you put these quarterbacks in good systems, good offenses or defenses, and they don't get the job done.
Yep.
Let's say Darnold gets the job done. We have some conversations to say. All right, Jordan Love.
I think it's low with Love. Because I feel like because like the Packers haven't really put stuff around. I mean, so if he gets it done, that's like incredible. And coming off Parsons' injury, like I'll go this like a 6 there.
It's hard because I think me and Matt have the same problem. I don't see them winning a playoff game, so it's kind of hard to be like, to judge him off of that. You know what I mean? I guess it depends how they win the Super Bowl. Like if he goes off and he's averaging 3 touchdowns a game and 300 yards, then I'm like, all right, yeah, then we gotta. But if he just skates by where like the defense is carrying him, I don't think it really impacts him that much. He was hurt on and off. You know what I mean? He didn't play great in the regular season, so I don't think it moves the bar for him that much, to be honest.
I'm gonna have to disagree, guys. I think it moves the bar a lot for him because obviously we just mentioned the situation that he's in, no weapons. His best defensive. Obviously, we can all agree that Parson is the best player in that team. So the best player on your team is not playing. I think this moves the bar for him a lot because of his situation, like Matthew said. I would put him at a 10. Put him at a 10 because I'll be honest, I don't have them winning the game. But just imagine if they go deep and he actually, I'm basically saying that he's going to be the reason why they go deep, right? Yeah. So that's why I think that him winning would gain a lot. We'll have a much more respect for him.
Yeah.
Okay. I have to say this name, sadly. J-Raw's guy, Purdy Birdie, Matthew, go.
I'm going to say a 10 here on Brock. Because Brock Purdy was Mr. Irrelevant. He was the last pick of the draft once upon a time. And that when you're the last pick in the draft, no one thinks you're gonna be anything in this league. And now you go and win a Super Bowl. That's and you're the quarterback of the team that won the Super Bowl.
What are we talking
Let
about?
me go a second here, Jay.
Yeah, Matt. Go ahead. I want to hear this.
You're the quarterback of the team that won the Super Bowl, and it gives hope to all the other future Mr. Relevance. It doesn't matter where you're picked. You can do it too. So Brock Purdy is a great message. Great message. Great storytelling. I see the NFL headlines already. I see the posts on Instagram. Mr. Relevant has done it. That's an incredible story. So just for story, I'll say Brock Purdy's like a Cody Rhodes type of guy here in this playoffs.
Even worse. Even worse. Anyways, talking about Jags. Let's talk about a Jag that I can confidently say is a Jag, the biggest Jag in the world of football. Let me take this directly to you, Matt, because I don't want to see Jay's face right now. All right. What did Jay Ross say about the Chargers earlier, Matt and Herbert? That's exactly the same. I'm going to say. This says more about Kyle Shanahan than it does Brock Lesnar Purdy. So I'm gonna say Jay 3 or 4 because he's been in the dance. He's been in the dance and he didn't win. I don't care who he faced. I don't give a damn if he faced that Thanos guy. He was in the dance and he didn't get it done. And back then it wasn't to gain. Back then he had more to gain. But even now, I'm gonna give it a 3. A 3.
It's gonna be crazy, but I kind of agree more with Raph. Not totally, but I kind of agree more because what he said. He already got to the Super Bowl. He already cemented himself as undesirable to undeniable. Okay, he was Mr.
Oh my God! Never say that again, please. I just had nightmares. A literal American nightmare.
He was Mr. Irrelevant. He was in the Super Bowl. But you said it would mean more to Kyle Shanahan. I know Kyle Shanahan got to the Super Bowl with Jimmy G and didn't get it done. So if Brock Purdy gets it done in the Super Bowl, it would be because Brock Purdy took him over the edge, not Kyle Shanahan. Because it would say that Kyle Shanahan couldn't win without Brock Purdy. That's what it would say in the history book. So I think that, again, Brock Purdy winning it would be great. It would be great headlines. But I think there's more QBs and more individuals who will benefit more from a Super Bowl win, at least right now, than Brock Purdy would.
I just think this makes J-Rod think that whoever is the last pick of the draft, and if the Giants are picking the last pick in the draft and they pick a quarterback, J-Rod could be like, that's the guy that could lead me to a Super Bowl now. Before, you never even had that thought. Now J-Rod could see that.
Wait, Dylan's here, Jay. So please refresh Dylan's mind with our picks.
Oh, I got you.
So far.
All right, so in the AFC, Matt has the Pats over the Chargers, the Jags over the Bills, and the Steelers over the Texans. Ras have the Patriots over the Chargers, the Bills over the Jaguars, and then the Texans over the Steelers. And I have the Pats, I have the Jags, and then I have the Texans. And the NFC, Matt has the Bears, he has the Eagles, and he has the Rams. Raph has the Bears, Eagles, and Rams. I have the Bears, Niners, and Rams. So that's our playoff predictions so far for the first weekend.
And Dill, wait, Jay, say our Super Bowl predictions.
Oh yeah,
you're gonna want to hear this one, Dill.
Okay, so correct me if I'm wrong. I think I got this. So Matt, he has the Patriots.
Oh, Jaguars
and the Rams. And I'm assuming he has the Rams winning the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have Raph. Raph has the Seahawks and the Patriots. And then I don't know who you have winning that one. You haven't told us yet who you have winning. You can say if you want.
Drake May. Sorry, Dill, but Drake May is going to win that.
And then I have I have the Niners and the Patriots, with the Niners winning the Super Bowl. So those are our predictions right now before the first weekend of the playoffs.
And the last three, let's do the last four quarterbacks. Okay. So let's go with Stafford, Young, Hurts, and Painted Nails Williams.
All right, you want to go first? You start.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'll go? All right. So I go quick. Caleb Williams, he can prove a lot of people wrong. He can be the star of a city, basically, if he wins the Super Bowl. I think for us, it wouldn't be much of a impact overall, but I think for the location where he is in Chicago, he would be a god over there if he were to win the Super Bowl. So I think he has a lot to gain individually. Bryce Young, I don't think he would get any of the credit personally. I think it would be more for the coaching staff and the team around him. But it would basically save his career because he went from literally maybe not playing a football game to winning a Super Bowl. So I think he has a lot to benefit for post his career after winning the Super Bowl. It might save it. Stafford, I don't really have a lot for him. I think he's already a Hall of Famer. I don't think winning a second Super Bowl would change anything. It might just solidify it for the people who don't believe it yet, but I don't think that's a big group. And Jalen Hurts, he could literally be known as the second best quarterback in the league. He's kind of in the same boat with Josh Allen, weirdly, because because Hurts is never given the credit that he deserves because he's not athletically, I guess, not pleasing to watch as Josh Allen. I don't know. The guy wins. But winning 2 Super Bowls, you can't deny that. You can't deny him as a QB. So I think he can actually be one of those put in that next echelon next to Patrick Mahomes.
I agree, J-Rod, with Jalen Hurts there, big time. Raph doesn't want to hear it. Raph thinks he's just a guy. I think he's been more than just a guy. And if he wins a second Super Bowl, Raph can't deny it that they just won a second Super Bowl. He just won a second Super Bowl. You can't. It's just not.
I mean,
that's just not the team.
Don't we play the games to win the Super Bowl?
That's exactly right. With Stafford, we disagree. I think.
I'm not sure what's left here.
I think Stafford, if he wins a Super Bowl here and retires and goes out like that, it leaves you wondering what could have been for Stafford's early days in his career had he had a team around him. That's what it leaves me wondering.
I mean, he had the greatest receiver ever, but okay.
And the worst defense of all time. I'm not sure.
Yo, bro.
I think Stafford makes those receivers. I think if he made Cooper Kupp, and I think if Puka leaves next year,
you can't make 6'6", 210 pounds jumping over.
No, I think Megatron would have been great everywhere, but the other two, I don't know. Who else? Yeah, Hurts has a lot to gain. Caleb Williams, I don't think he has a lot to gain. I think he has a bright future out of him, so that's pretty low. And Bryce Young, I think Bryce, if he would just won a playoff game, I think that's massive. Like, if they just go out and they get mollywopped by the Rams, like, it's like, well, you were in the worst division of football, you still suck, and the Panthers still suck. I mean, if he beats the Rams, like, then it's like, whoa. Okay, now this is a guy now that we're talking about here for the future.
If he beats the Rams, Matthew better not be in this podcast next week because we will not let him survive. Actually, yeah.
Yeah, it'd be bad for you. The Panthers losing the game, getting in the playoffs, and then getting mollywopped by the Rams. I think that's worse than not making the playoffs. Because it's like you literally just played an extra game to get your fucking shit pushed in.
Yeah, I'm not one for moral victories like Matthew over there. I'm not one for moral victories, so you're right.
Like, it's just you try. I know Matt feels way more comfortable playing the Panthers than he does playing the Bucks.
No.
Really? You really
feel the Panthers
more than you feel the Bucks? All right, so wrap us up with the. Who has the most to gain?
Of the four teams we just mentioned right now, the most to gain will be Bryce Young. No one has him winning the game. I think that the expectation is so low that makes it even better for you in your case. Stafford, I feel like he still needs a Super Bowl MVP to be in that upper echelon of quarterbacks, but still for a first battle of him, better than Eli Manning, by the way. But wait, what do I know here? My notes. Oh, that's not part of my notes,
Fucking
actually.
strays are unnecessary, bro. Unnecessary.
Caleb Williams, like you guys said, great future. He's going to be the next up for Chicago fans to look forward to. And I don't want to talk about Jalen Hurts. Congratulations for him. He has a good team around him. So
You see that score, Raph? That's against your GOAT.
nice.
You see that?
It's actually blurry. Thank God it's blurry.
You see
Nice
that?
blurry. So I don't have to look at that. It's blurry.
Yo, fuck my GOAT. You couldn't grab him. You couldn't touch him.
Well, congrats. Your guy saved Thanos from getting 9 rings. And he has 7. Wow. He settled for 7, so I guess.
I'm jacking.
I guess.
Manning saved the NFL because if Brady would have won the perfect season, he would have won the next 10 straight. I'm jacking him.
Oh, like the Toronto Blue Jays couldn't say baseball? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah.
What do I know? What do I know?
They were supposed to. They were supposed to be the Eli Mannings of MLB.
What do I
They
know?
blew it. They don't make it. They don't make
Oh, before we leave, guys, one more thing, guys.
Yeah.
Because I was at work these last 2 weeks, I'm going to be honest, guys, just thinking about who is the coach of the year, bro. And there's like so many actually good options.
I know, bro.
Give me your top 3 and then the winner. I want to start this off real quick. Right? Because there's 4 I have. There's like 6 that are top 3, yes. There's like 6 that you can name, right?
It's a lot.
I'm gonna go Mike McDonald. That's his name from the Seahawks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mike Variable
Yeah.
from the Patriots.
Babel, yeah.
Oh, and then this is a toss up between 3 guys, maybe 4. But if I have to choose, it's either Liam Cohen from the Jags or Kyle Shanahan.
Yo, I'm shocked. No Ben Johnson.
Wait, and I know. I'm shocked too, but I had to put my bias aside, Jay, for a second. And what was the constant thing I've been saying this whole year, Matt? That the Bears are what? Have been what? They've been lucky. They've been lucky all year. And as much as they've won many games that we didn't think they were going to be this good, a lot of those games were flip a coin. Oh yeah, you got lucky and you won. So I can't give you the coach of the year for that.
I think.
But yeah.
Yeah, I think Mike McDonald's the front runner for the Seahawks. But Ben Johnson and Mike Vrabel have very good cases as well. But I think it's gonna, because the thing is like, was it the coaching or was it Sam Darnold? We just saw Sam Darnold do this in Minnesota. He comes to Seattle and does the same exact thing. So is that really a coaching thing? You know what I mean? But he got
the first seed in a harder conference, but what do I know?
I don't think Sean Payton is gonna get it just because of his pedigree, and I think once you have that high standard, it's hard to win Coach of the Year.
How about Liam Cohen?
Yeah, he probably.
That's my pick, guys. That's my pick right there.
That's your Coach of the Year.
That's my coach of the year, guys. The Jaguars were awful last year. Like, nobody could figure out Trevor Lawrence, and first round pick Travis Hunter got hurt. Like, that was nothing. Now that it feels like they have a legitimate chance to be in the Super Bowl.
The Bears.
No, look, guys. I'm gonna be honest. I was working the 3 weeks ago, and like this random guy just came to the bar and he was watching the games, and he made a really good point. He said these guys that seem like they're not good and they just need like that coach, bro. Some of these guys just need a QB whisperer, bro. That's what they need.
And that's why I be getting so
Like Trevor Lawrence has been bad this whole time, like so mid, and then Liam Cohen steps in, and all of a sudden it's like, whoa, maybe you weren't as mid as we thought, you know? So
nah, and that's why I get tired when nobody gives these quarterbacks a chance. Like Daniel Jones was not good, but I was at least happy with the fact that they gave him 4 years. Like at least we know he was bad. You know what I mean? Like at least we knew he wasn't gonna be good. You know
he was dog shit.
We didn't, you know what I mean? Like, all right, we get it. Like he's ass, but like some of these players, they gave up them too fast. They gave up on Baker too fast. You know, I think Sam Darnold wasn't going to work with the Jets because the Jets are just a bad franchise. So I think no one's going to do well there. But like, you can't just give up on these quarterbacks too fast, especially when they show they had talent. I mean, Trevor Lawrence was being called the greatest college football player before he got drafted. You know what I'm saying? Like he was.
Men lie, women lie, stats don't lie. That's what I got. I'm just here writing my notes. You guys, you know me. I know my notes. This is what I'm saying, guys. Don't fault me.
Like he was coming like Jesus of the NFL with his long hair. I'm here to like bring all this, and it's just. But look, now he got his head coach. Now he got his coach.
So
who you got, Jay?
Go ahead, Jay.
I'm gonna go with Mike McDonald. I think they're just gonna give it to him. I think they're just gonna be like.
I think they give it to Brable, honestly.
Yeah, my top three, I'm gonna say it's McDonald, Cohen, and Vrabel, and I think Matt's right. I think they give it to him.
So
but at the same time,
you get Coach of the Year and MVP.
That's a good.
I don't think they're gonna give it to. As much as I want, like May's my MVP, but they're gonna give it to Stafford. Especially because someone won a stat pad in that last game. I saw that, man. Boy, did I see that.
It was literally the clinching touchdown, but God.
Sure. You could have gave it to Williams to run it off, but let me throw it right. Yeah, I saw it, man. I'm not done.
1-yard touchdowns are easy. Fades to the corner are just so easy.
Matthew Stafford has the most throwing touchdowns in the 1-yard line. I've never seen like some stat pattern like this before. But
he has 8.
Take away those 8.
It's a 5. May has 3 of those. And Stafford
your guy. That's a lot. 8's a lot. That's what I'm gonna say. 8. 8's a lot.
It's a 5 touchdown difference.
That's a 5. That's a lot, bro. That's 5 is a lot, man.
He was at the 1-yard line.
And he'd still have 10 more touchdowns in him.
He was this close and decided to back up 3 feet to throw a touchdown.
Because Kyren Williams is an awful runner for just a yard. He just bursts out big. He can't run inside the wall.
So sneak it.
All those times are 3rd and goals and 4th and goals. All those times are 3rd and goals and 4th and goals.
Yo, Matt, I want you to hear this. We started off this podcast talking about how Matt Stafford had a bad back, and now a whole season later, we're talking about how he might win MVP. Okay, I don't want to.
So you think Drake May's the MVP?
Huh?
You think May's the MVP?
No, I'm pretty sure Stafford's gonna get it.
No, I want you. I don't care what the voter. I asked you.
I think that you can't have Coach of the Year and MVP on the same team. So by default, Matt Stafford has to win.
So by default.
Yeah. By default,
Stafford's the MVP. Yeah. See,
by default.
Don't get me saying some horrible things about Eli and the mid player he was. Don't even get me started there.
Yo, you know what's crazy? Before I know we've been here for a minute. I know we're gonna get off, but real quick, we gotta mention it. We talked about the Browns, and we didn't even mention the fact that Myles Garrett broke the fucking sack record. The NFL history was made.
Yeah, some fake stats. I mean, that's cool.
All right, whatever. Skip Bayless. I'm done with you.
That would never be. That would never be. When records are breaking, Matt's very nostalgic.
17 games. I don't care.
But it's gonna only increase. Like you have to celebrate what it is. You gotta celebrate what reality is.
It's fake stats. 16 game seasons. Petition.
Matt's gonna be
16 games.
Matt's gonna be 60 years old, in his rocking chair, saying, "Back in my day."
But
we had 16 games, and
It
now
was
there's
better at
20
16
games.
guys, and you know it.
you're gonna be
it's
tight
like
when
16
in
games.
30 years from now there's 2 Super Bowls. Have you ever, like, I'm back in my
And
days,
J Rod's gonna be the one. They're like,
Super
yes,
Bowl.
this is great, pal. This is great. J Rod's gonna be the only one. This garbage. It was perfect. 6 teams playoffs, 16 games.
All right, boys. All good for today.
Yep.
All right, guys. We catch
Great
everybody
podcast,
next
guys.
week. Wild card weekend. We'll do a recap for that next Tuesday. All right, boys. Be easy.
Go Rams.
You better hope they don't lose.